You're trying to talk about something that's bothering you right now. Maybe he's been distant, maybe plans keep changing, maybe something he said hurt you. And within minutes, the conversation has somehow become about that thing you did 6 months ago, or a year ago, or 3 years ago. He's listing your mistakes like evidence in a trial, and suddenly you're the one defending yourself. And then comes the line that makes your stomach drop. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I'm done. If this pattern feels painfully familiar, I need you to know something. You're not imagining this cycle, and you're not crazy for feeling manipulated by it. This is one of the most confusing conflict patterns women experience because it keeps you perpetually off balance, never sure if you've apologized enough, changed enough, or if this argument will be the one that actually ends everything. Today, we're going to decode exactly what's happening psychologically when he weaponizes your past during unrelated conflicts and escalates to relationship threats. You'll understand the two-step mechanism at work, why the pattern repeats, and most importantly, 3 strategic responses that put you back in a position of clarity and choice. Here's what's really happening. This isn't about your past mistakes. It's about avoiding present accountability. Dr. John Gottman's research on conflict patterns identifies something he calls criticism, using past behavior as a weapon during current disagreements. When your partner brings up your history during an unrelated conflict, he's executing what psychologists call deflection. You raised a legitimate concern that would require him to be vulnerable, acknowledge fault, or change something. That feels uncomfortable. Maybe he feels criticized. Maybe he feels cornered. Maybe he genuinely doesn't know how to be accountable without feeling like he's losing something. So instead of engaging with your actual concern, he shifts the moral positioning. Suddenly, he is not the one who needs to answer for present behavior. You're the one with the flawed track record. You're back on your heels, defending mistakes you've already apologized for, proving you've changed, trying to demonstrate you're worthy of having concerns in the first place. And here's where it gets more calculated, the "I'm done" escalation. This is what's called intermittent reinforcement of relationship security. By cyclically threatening that this might be the argument that ends everything, he creates an environment where you never feel safe raising issues. You can't predict which conflict will trigger the threat, so you're in a constant state of hypervigilance. Will this be the one? Should I just let it go? The brilliance of this pattern, and I say that clinically, not admiringly, is that it makes your legitimate concern feel dangerous. You came to discuss his distance, his broken promises, his hurtful comment, but now the stakes are relationship survival. So you abandon the thing that actually matters to you and focus on damage control. You soothe, you reassure, you drop it. And the cycle completes. He's avoided accountability. You've learned that raising concerns threatens the relationship, and the underlying issue, still unresolved. Here's how you know this is a pattern and not genuine struggle with forgiveness. It's selective and cyclical. If he truly couldn't move past your mistakes, they'd come up during calm conversations when he's processing them. They'd be consistent topics he needs to work through. But instead, they surface strategically when you're trying to hold him accountable for something. That timing isn't coincidence. That's function. Dr. Harriet Lerner talks about this in her work on anger and conflict, how pursuing the past during present disagreements is one of the most effective ways to prevent any real resolution, because you can't fix the present if you're perpetually defending the past. So, what do you actually do when you're in this cycle? Here's the first strategy, the redirect boundary. The next time he brings up your past during an unrelated conflict, acknowledge it once, briefly, and calmly. I've taken accountability for that, and we've addressed it. Then redirect firmly. Right now, we're talking about the current situation. Are you willing to discuss this, or do we need to pause? If he continues pulling up history, you end the conversation. I can see this isn't productive right now. Let me know when you're ready to discuss the actual issue. And then you actually leave the conversation. Go to another room. Take a walk. Create space. Why this works? You're refusing to play the deflection game. You've acknowledged the past without defending it, removing the bait. You've stated clearly what the actual topic is, and you've demonstrated that unproductive conflict doesn't get your continued participation. What this won't fix? If he's fundamentally unwilling to discuss difficult topics without deflection, this will expose that reality rather than change it. And that's information you need. Second strategy, name the pattern outside of conflict. During a calm moment, not during or after an argument, bring up what you're noticing. I want to talk about something I've noticed. When I raise current concerns, the conversation often shifts to my past mistakes, then escalates to you saying, "You're done." I'm wondering if there's something unresolved about those past situations, or if we need a different approach to handling present disagreements. Why this works? You're addressing the cycle when emotions aren't activated, which gives him space to hear you without defensiveness. You're demonstrating you see the pattern, which may interrupt its automatic nature. And his response will tell you a lot. Does he get defensive and deny it? Does he acknowledge it? Does he turn it back on you? That tells you whether he has awareness of what he's doing and whether he's willing to work on it. What this won't fix, if the behavior is intentionally manipulative, naming it won't stop it, but it will clarify what you're actually dealing with. Third strategy, the "I'm done" test. The next time he says, "I'm done," or threatens to leave during conflict, respond calmly. If you genuinely feel done, I respect that. Take the space you need to decide. But I won't continue conversations where our relationship is threatened to avoid difficult topics. Then create actual space. Don't pursue, don't reassure, don't abandon your concern to fix things. Let him sit with his statement. Why this works? You're taking his words at face value while refusing to participate in the manipulation. Men who use "I'm done" as a tactic expect pursuit. When you create space instead, it disrupts everything. And if he's genuinely at his limit, this gives him permission to actually leave. What this won't fix? This might end the relationship. If he's using it manipulatively, he may escalate. This strategy is for women who are ready to lose the relationship rather than continue in a dynamic where legitimate needs can't be raised. Here's what I need you to understand. The goal isn't to fix him or save the relationship at any cost. The goal is clarity. These strategies give you information. Does he respond to boundaries by respecting them or escalate? Does he acknowledge patterns when named or gaslight you? Does he engage with your actual concerns or continue deflecting? That information empowers choice. You can stay in this relationship with clear eyes about what it is, or you can leave with understanding rather than confusion. Either way, you're making informed decisions about your well-being rather than reacting from anxiety. If you're recognizing this pattern, you might also be dealing with another related dynamic. What happens after conflict when he withdraws emotionally or physically for extended periods? That silent treatment or cold distance has its own psychology, and understanding it changes how you respond. But that's a different conversation for a different day. For now, focus on this. Your past mistakes don't disqualify you from having present needs. And any relationship where your legitimate concerns consistently become reasons to threaten ending it, that's not a relationship built on safety. That's a relationship built on control.